Smurfy greetings, YouTubers. It is I, Hellgear. Welcome back to Smurfy Saturdays. Excuse me for a moment while I sip my bottled water. That's much better. It's 103 degrees outside where I live on this Smurfy Saturday, so it's hot! But apparently not as hot as the hero update that's been going around now recently in Smurfs Village. So let's take a look at some things. First and foremost, the hero of the hour is Lone Smurf. Now, those of you who don't know, Lone Smurf is one of Smurfette's most unique aliases that has happened throughout the series. I have to watch that episode again to give you some better specifics. Hopefully the Smurfs YouTube channel will air it one of these days. But yes, it's Smurfette. It's Smurfette. And the ironic thing about it is, even though it's Lone Smurf on the icon for the game, a lot of the Smurfs Village stuff is showing off Rebel Smurf. And look at this, Gargoyle Smurf, Barbarian Smurf. That looks more like a Viking Smurf. And I know Viking Smurf. I unlocked him in Smurfs Epic Run. I miss my Smurfs Epic Run. The game just stopped working on me. I know some of you probably noticed that in the channel graveyard, I had to put up Smurfs Epic Run. I mean, it was one of those inevitable things that I did not want to do, but it happened. Is that a Zorro sheep? It's a Zorro sheep. Sheepo. Sheepo. Kids nowadays will never know about Zorro. They will never know about Zorro. The closest thing they will know about Zorro is if they see the old Zorro movie starring Antonio Banderas. But, Lone Smurf Spotlight, essentially that's Lone Smurf's Batman signal. And of course, none of this I can afford except for the Wonder, which is for the villains. So, we're here on the island, and most of my Smurfs are doing the harvesting for honeydew because it's my bottle quest thing. That music always plays when the Smurflings go to dance together. Always plays. So yes, the messages in the bottles, because someone asked this in the community. These messages in the bottle help complete this totem pole. The rain totem. So that's the main reason why you complete the messages in the bottle. It goes to constructing the full rain totem. It's funny how we have a rain totem, but like we don't have any Indian themed thief Smurfs. You know, no. Not Indian themed thief Smurfs. Indian themed Smurfs. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay? It would be nice to see Chief Smurf. Probably they have him for a Thanksgiving update. Which means they're probably going to have the Native American Smurfette outfit, which they really don't need. Yeah, I said it. Really don't need. Gotta get more stone. Alrighty, so, because I'm behind on everything, Just like the band in the main village. We got the mariachis who play that. Alright. So, gotta create the Zen Garden, which was the Tai Chi Smurf update. This is one thing I just dread this stuff. And I dread this stuff because it's mandatory to put these wonders in to progress storyline. You know, stuff like this should not be mandatory. And I mentioned this when I took the Smurfs Village survey. The Smurflings won't stop smurfing about some story Grandpa told them last night. Some tall tale about time traveling and visiting all kinds of Smurfy places around the world. The Smurfiest visit of all seems to be a place called the Land Down Under, aka Australia. I think the Smurfs actually did go to Down Under when they traveled across the world. I know they went to Egypt and one other country. I don't recall that because it's been a long time. Must be some fairy tale Grandpa dreamed up to get them to sleep last night. And on cue comes the music. With all that rain they were smurfing off the playhouse ceiling the whole day. The Land Down Under's no fairy tale, Smurfette. It's a place humans call Australia, also known as the Terra Australis Incognita, the unknown land in the southern hemisphere under Asia that was discovered by Sparrows the history lesson, Brainy. Don't you remember? I was told on that trip too, with you, Grandpa, and you, Smurfette. I think that was Hefty, I'm not sure. Now I remember. It's where our little friend Smoogle Smurfs from. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. The Smoogle. This was from, what, the Mother's Day update? Oh, and his Smurf, adorable, fluffy, pink cousins. Anyhow, the Land Down Under stuff seems to have really smurfed the Smurflings' imaginations. Yeah, they keep smurfing on about how rainbow flowers and Smurfy critters don't smurf anywhere else. Hey, the rainbow flowers would be nice, but rainbow-colored critters, not so much. Ah, the flowers. Wow, let me try to pronounce that in my head before I say that.
What? What's going on? I'm
finished. The Anagonzanos manglesi, the Gossypium sturgeonium, the rarest of blooms. Brainy, just because you know a few Smurfs of Latin descent doesn't mean you have to go all boring and Smurficational on us. Of course he does. Haven't you heard the book 100 Lessons of Brainy Smurf? Of course you have. You just don't read it because you think Brainy's a jerk. Yeah, Brainy, I'm way more interested in learning about those Smurfy Down Under critters. Ooh, you mean the one with the Smurfy pouch for carrying its baby? Now, what was it called again? That's it, a Smurfaroo. Ah, that's language. Smurfaroo. You mean a kangaroo, Smurfette? Then there are wombats, emus, wallabies, and the not-so-Smurfy Tasmanian devil. Fun fact, the Tasmanian devil is actually a really big rat with a very strong jaws. A Tasmanian devil? That one sure sounds nasty. Yeah, get on its wrong side in your dinner. Remember how you tried to pet it, Smurfette? It flew into such a rage. Ooh, how could I ever forget? But I've smurfed it from my mind. I just dream of all that stunning red sand instead, like on Mars. Sand the color of the reddest, most romantic sunset. We should have smurfed a handful when we were there. Yes, don't import Australian sand. How did you get that through customs? Well, since all my little Smurfs and Smurflings love this Land Down Under so much, I don't see why we can't have a piece of it for ourselves. Are we going to travel back in time just like Grandpa, Papa? It sure would be Smurfy to get some of that red sand for our island. No need for that, my little Smurf. Your Papa's still got a few Smurfs under his sleeve. One mini Australian outback garden coming right up. Well, you all heard, Papa. Let's get Smurfing. Alright. Smurf Bowl Blimp. That's right. They're currently doing the sports update. The sports theme sale right now. See, this is one thing I really don't like. Having to place wonders just to progress storyline. What would be better is actually having more theme stuff to go through, so you don't have to mandatorily burn through coins just to place a monument that you don't want to spend resources on. And this is one of the reasons why I answered it the way I did in the Smurfs Village survey about wonders. You know, you should only have to place wonders in your villages by choice, not mandatory, because a mission that progresses the storyline for the rest of the game says that you have to. And people, they rip, other members of the Smurfy community rip on me for that, but I'll be real with you, it's true. What's the point of spending all this money on wonders that you don't want to put the resources into building? You know, I would rather be able to place a wonder because I want it there, instead of placing a wonder in the village because I have to or I can't progress the story. You know, even if you added a skip function to Smurfs Village, it's still not it's not practical to have a wonder that you have to put down because you're placing money on it, and then just leave it there as an eyesore because you're not going to spend the resources on it. Papa Smurf, there's no fish left in the water along the shore. Then go out deeper. And all those beautiful multicolored reefs have smurfed white. And now we have the mermaid Smurfette wonder. Thank goodness I already put that up. The Smurflings were swimming at the beach this morning. Yeah, they gave up on smurfing fish days ago. Not a fish to be seen. Some of the Smurflings were snorkeling too. That's when they noticed the reefs. They smurfed such a fright. And branches were all spooky white and not a smurf of life. Coral is a fragile ecosystem. You Smurfs should educate yourselves about it. We learned stuff at Smurf School too, Brainy. We know that coral isn't a rock or a plant, it's an animal. That's true. Not just any old animal, one made up of thousands of tiny invertebrates called... Yes, thank you, Brainy. We don't have Smurf for a biology lesson. We've got to find out what's killing our coral. Yeah, translation, shut up, Brainy. But I know already. The water's too warm, and humans are polluting it. That's why coral and fish are dying. Is this Smurfs Village way of teaching the children about protecting the ecology and the world's atmospheric climate? It's the humans' fault. It's not the Smurfs' fault. It's the humans' fault. Okay, Papa, this is where you school Brady about global warming. Brady's right. All kinds of Smurfy fish need coral to smurf themselves from predators, and fish provide coral with food. Well, I'm certainly glad you little Smurfs smurf your lessons from school. We know what the problem is now. Time for a Smurfy solution. Isn't that what you always smurf, Papa? Well, this might just call for an extra Smurfy one. A special sea potion to bring coral and fish back to our shores. The island needs coral too. What are you smurfing about now, Brainy? Coral is a natural barrier. It stops the sea from carrying the soil and eventually our island away. My Smurfness, we don't want the island to disappear, but with my potion and your help, we can bring the coral back. Time to get smurfing. Luckily, I had that one. Those Smurflings sure have an extra spring in their step this morning. Maybe a bit too much spring. They don't smurf like they're having too much fun. You might be right. Maybe they're not practicing for Smurf Frog like I thought. Nope, the girls in the grove are doing that. Notice how every hop is followed by a cough? They all look completely Smurf-exhausted. Or they could be sick. Papa Smurf, something's wrong with the Smurflings. Why, whatever's the matter, my little Smurfs? The Smurflings have caught some strange coughing illness that's making them hop non-stop. Oh my God, not the frog's disease. This can only mean one thing. Gargamel. We've got to find a cure before we all catch it. What has Gargamel done to the Smurflings, Papa? Gargamel must have found where they play in the forest and poisoned them with his hopping cough potion. Oh my goodness, I remember that episode vividly. That was terrible. Can't you use one of your own magic potions to stop all the hopping and coughing? This calls for a potion stronger than all my potions smurfed together. Only steam from the demon springs can cure them now. And this leads to the hero wonder. Do you mean those scary hot springs that turn into demons when you smurf near them? I'm afraid so, my little Smurfs. It's a dangerous mission, but the Smurflings won't smurf another day without our help. We'll be careful, Papa. If we all go, we'll be able to warn each other before the demons get us. Yeah, for sure, we'll be able to beat those demons. The little Smurflings are depending on us. That's the Smurfy spirit, my little Smurfs. I'll just go get some of my special vials. They'll turn the steam into liquid. Ah, the process of how water becomes steam and water again. We're all here, Papa Smurf. Oh, got a message on my tablet. We remember the path to the demon springs. We'll be back in a Smurf. What brave little Smurfs you all are. I'm going to tell the Smurflings help's not far away. Don't forget the vials. We'll trap that steam and dodge those demons. Those little Smurflings are finally going to get some rest. But we've got to work fast. And Papa's going to have some liquid steam left over to make his most powerful potion yet. Condensation. Let's get smurfing. Alright, so where do I want to place this thing? Essentially, it's this. Help your Smurfs discover the evil Demon Springs wonder. This wonder will resemble a set of scary hot spring with demon spirits haunting the geysers. All these hot springs, man. Those rotten little Smurfs keep ferrying from place to place in that little shoebox they call a ship. Where on earth are they going now? No meowing from Azrael. If only my spyglass could spy a little further. I know, I'll build my own vessel, bigger and faster, and I'll chase them down in open waters, where they have nowhere to hide. Now, if I were an annoying little blue sailor, where would I go? There's a famous wreckage near here. I'll bet they'll be tempted to visit it. I'll go lay in wait and catch them blue-handed when they get there. Want to go check out that wreckage nearby? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? Getting caught by Gargamel? There aren't enough Smurfs to go on this quest. You must try buying some extra Smurfs to continue the quest. Okay, the reason why there isn't extra ones is because I have 22 of my 24 Smurfs currently doing cropping. So, one way I can alleviate this particular issue is to upgrade a Smurf hut. But upgrading a Smurf hut costs 4 Smurf berries now. So here's what I'm going to do. Not buy an extra Smurf for 5 Smurf berries. That is not what's going to happen. That is not what's going to happen. I guess the game has finally caught up to me on this. So, let's see here. I'm going to put a greenhouse, a green hut down. I'm going to place it right here. And then I'm going to spend 1 Smurf berry to finish it quickly. Then I'm going to pay 500 coins to upgrade it. There we go. Now, let's go find Papa and send 3 of these 4 Smurfs out to go hunting for this wonderful quest. They'll be back tonight. Oh boy. Guess I'm all caught up on the island now. Or at least until these Smurfs come back in the middle of the night. But in the meantime, let's move some things. And then we will add more garden. There we go. Let's move the hopscotch over here. And there we go. If you guys have enjoyed yourselves, remember to show your love and hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Thanks for every like and favorite. Comment and share and subscribe to the channel. More Smurfs Village is on its way, so be sure to subscribe and turn on those mobile notes. So when it's time to work on our villages, you'll be ready to go alongside myself and our blue buddies and blue babes. And I appreciate you being here every step of the way. Raise your thumbs if you enjoyed this one. I'll end this with a pirate Smurf game, then be done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.